Okay. So let's just take a breath. Let yourself enter the speed of this actual moment. Release the race of the day. And just let yourself slow way down. Whatever you've been carrying today, just put it down. You were participating in a story. Telling a story with other people that are also really just you. Participating in a story about life. Maybe it slipped away from you. Maybe it got a little out of your control. Maybe you think the world is out to get you.
I don't. Okay.
But everything you've been interacting with today has been you. We don't really see other people. We see signs and symbols that have direct meaning to us, to our personal life. And we use them as little nodes on the screen of life to build a story around. We attract people who are good fits for that story. The ones who aren't just sort of filter themselves out. And we all play a role in each other's lives that way. So, in one way, you're interacting with other people, but in a deeper way, you're really just interacting with yourself. With the story you tell, with the meaning you make. And we step into roles within the story and cast people in other roles. Most stories need a hero or a victim, a villain, a helper, a goal, the possibility of failure. Think of what it takes to make a good story in a book, or a good story for a movie. Your life's constructed the same way, and you are directing. From deep, deep, deep within you, you are directing. All the way beneath the levels even of your personality to the part of you that is one with divinity. And then it's projecting out through layers and layers of filters made up of stories. Stories that go back not just through your childhood, but into past lives. Stories that don't just go through your past lives, But through the lives of your species, through the lives of the different animals that evolved into your species, the highest heights filter through the underworld to build the present. And it's all you. Not all you as a personality, but you are not a personality. That belief is just something you got stuck in. It was never true. It's all you. You have to come to see it. And even after you see it, the game you've created is so alluring, you'll get lost in it again and have to wake up again. There's a million shades of gray between. You dance in those shades, ideally consciously. Why does an awakened person dance within those shades? Why does enlightened divinity bother to create a world that everyone can get lost in, that it can get lost in? It gives you ways to expand. It gives you something to work on. You do it for the same reason you watch TV or read a book. The difference is an awakened person can put it down. An awakened person knows it isn't real in any ultimate sense. They can put it down on a moment's notice and step back into what's real. We do that every week in this class. And so when you enter back into the story, you enter in with the wisdom that it isn't real. And it changes the game completely. The stories of life become a tool, a building tool. You stop letting certain narratives run on unchecked. You bring in other narratives to create boundaries so that you have a clean space to work in. This is the essence of anybody who enters into manifestation. This is the essential teaching, really, of any path that seeks to improve their quality of life, whether that is Christian, pagan, to really master it, you have to actually be awake. People leave behind breadcrumbs, little spell books for life. Do this, 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 and visualize that, and you can make this happen. And if you believe it, it tends to happen. But if you can wake up, you can sit at the center of the mechanism. And at first, you might use it to get a new job. You might use it to make your life better in some ways, after a while, controlling the mundane is not really of as much interest. When you need to, you need to. You start to use it to dismantle the parts of yourself that are still stuck. The parts of yourself that are holding you back, that are not awake. You notice those things that haven't changed yet. You walk up against the edge of your limitations and you just try and let go. And suddenly the wisdom of your wakefulness becomes used for that purpose. Not because it's a higher purpose. There's nothing wrong with building your life. It's just that once your life is built, you look around and you realize nothing's better. You've created all these story barriers to your happiness. When I have this job, then I'll be happy. When people finally respect me for my intelligence, then I'll be happy. When I found the right marriage, then I'll be okay, then I'll be happy. And as you start to get all those things, you start to realize none of those things were standing in the way of your happiness. None of those things have brought you any happiness. You start to realize the only times you ever really feel good, I mean, unless you really have nothing going on in your life, the only times that you ever really feel comfortable happen for reasons you don't fully understand in your meditation. All of a sudden, everything's fine. Without having to fix a single problem, everything's fine. And when you're done, all the energy you didn't have, all the patience and peace you didn't have to step into the story and interact with it more freely, the way you did when you were younger, is suddenly yours again. It's like all the curses just sort of lift. For thousands of years, seers have been telling us that that is where our lasting happiness resides. You come to realize that all of those things that you think you need to have before you're happy are just the only real goal for any of them is happiness. You only want to achieve them so that you can be happy. And what meditation shows you is that happiness is not contingent, and in most cases not even helped along by any of them. That comfort, that peace, and that freedom is what remains when you disappear. When you, as a personality, release your grip, stop manipulating, stop pushing, stop pulling. What's left is everything you've been seeking, everything you've been pushing and pulling for. So that's why we meditate. And that's what awakening is. It's a process that continues forever. It deepens. Your understanding of the dream time of life deepens. Your understanding of the nothing, the emptiness, that pregnant emptiness outside of the story deepens. And you expand to meet it all with your awareness. So tonight we're going to enter into meditation, not to achieve anything. We're just going to let go of everything. Let go of every agenda you have. Set everything free. Just open the box and let it all escape. And be with what's left. That way you don't have to take my word for it. You can see it for yourself. Let's do that now. Attention at the forehead and crown. Let your eyes fall to a spot on the floor in front of you or on the wall in front of you. And just anchor them there to get them out of your way. Slow yourself down. You're not waiting for anything. Nowhere to get to. No challenge to meet. Nothing to achieve. From there, just watch the breath. Breathe in, breathe out, and nothing else. Let the simplicity of breathing in this liberated moment be enough. And when the mind comes back in to take you back into your prison of stories, let it say whatever it needs to say. Just don't play with it. You watch the breath in this living, breathing moment. Do that now. Just let it all go. Nothing to resolve. Drop it to the floor. And let the breath clean out the space that it leaves behind. Don't play with your thoughts. Just let them pass by. You are presence. You are power. Just let that shine. Your stories are a filter for that power. And they make things happen in the world. But you want to wield the power of the story as the power of presence. Not let some story wield the power. You want to operate the system of filters, not be operated by them. This is awakening. This is the essence of spiritual life. Whatever path you're on, this is the goal. There's another layer to let go of. It's deeper. You can feel it. It's what's keeping everything from really flowing. What would happen if you really just relaxed? Really just let go of your heart, let go of your gut. Just let it all escape. All the little knots you've tied to try and control things. Just let them loosen. So the energy can flow. Let go of time. Time is your biggest knot, blocking the flow. Sit here as if you've always been sitting here. As if this is all there is or will ever be. And watch it all open up. Surrender time and gain infinity. secret. Almost nobody will hear it. But to release your own flow, you have to release the entire world. For your energy to flow the way it needs to flow, the way that feels free and you, everything else in this world needs to be free to be itself. Hold nothing in place. Let it all be what it is. Relinquish the world, relinquish the walls, relinquish the body, relinquish your name. Throw away the rule book so you can see what's actually there without your filters. Let the bad be bad, let the good be good. You step out of the game. When you do, you'll realize there's no such thing as bad and good. It's all balanced in one big picture. But you have to get off of the canvas to see it. You're caught up in a few swirls of paint. You can't see what you're a part of. You have to let go of the swirls. Let them be what they are, so you can be you. this week, every day. Spend some time letting it all go. Drop the whole game. Everything you think you are, everything you think everyone else is. So that you can experience reality. This takes repetition. You have to burn it into your nervous system. And then one day, something shifts. And you can see that this is what's real and that everything else is just a temporary conjuration. Brought about by your true self getting dumbed down into a bunch of filters of stories. You have to free yourself from that before you can master it. Any questions about any of that before we end for the night? You can either unmute yourself or put something in the chat. All right, everyone. I'll be here next Thursday. I hope you have a good week. Take care.
Thanks. Thanks.